Hi, I'm Cara, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're a subscriber. So today I'm going to be making a 5x7 tent fold card. I was set the challenge by my husband to make a card with an animal in it. So I'm using this unbranded little sloth stamp set. And I'm using the little sloth here with a birthday cupcake and the headphones, and he's sitting on a cushion like meditating. And I've chosen the little sentiment that says, "I love you, a sloth," as well. I'm also using, so to make my actual tent fold card blank, I just took one piece of 5x7 and one piece of 5x7.5, and I will show you how I stick them together to make my tent fold card blank. With my 5x7 piece, I've used these cross-stitch rectangle frames from Crafter's Companion, and I've used the largest one as it's a 5x7 size, and I just cut into my cardstock, and that will make the front of my card base. I've also got a piece of acetate which measures 4 7/8 by 6 7/8, and that will stick on there like that. I've already stamped my happy birthday, which is my favourite stamp set, the Stampin' Up With You in Mind, and they are such big sentiments, as you can see. And I've also used, I love you, sloth, and I've used the StazOn jet black ink to stamp on acetate to do my, and I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I've also used the Sand Dune and VersaFine Clear ink pad just to ink up the frame. So with the 5 7/2 piece of cardstock, I put it this way on my scoreboard, and then I scored at 7 inches and then fold and burnished. Then to create this gorgeous sort of outdoorsy background, I have used the Prison ink pad in the Shamrock for the green. For the base, for the leaves, I've used the Duet ink pad Awakening Forest. The sky, I've used the Duet ink pad Waterfall, and just for a little bit more sort of haze to the sky, for the dark colour, I've used the Prism inks in Air Force Blue. Now that's all the ink pads I've used, and this is the VersaFine Clear, the Sand Dune that I used as well. I have gone ahead, I will colour this in during the video with you, stamp the little sloth, and to stamp him I actually used the VersaFine in the Onyx Black. This is my go-to ink for everything. So to create the actual sort of tent fold stopper to keep your card standing upright, you're going to want a piece of 3 by 5, so 3 by whatever the width of your card is. And I have scored it at 1/2 inch, 1.5 and 2.5. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold it straight in half, mountain fold, that burnish, and then you're going to make these 2 1/2 inch folds into tabs, and they're going to be valleys. So then when your card is together, that can either go on there or on the back. I will probably put it on the back because I'll put a piece of card to cover that. That will go on the back, and then it will go on the inside where your acetate is there. And that is how your card will be able to stand up. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring in my red liner tape, and I'm going to stick it onto all the way around, and then we'll stick the acetate on top. I'm just going to now stick my acetate onto this, just lining it up so it's all nice and straight and equal. What I like to hover it over before I actually try to commit to where it's going. And if it does come over any edges slightly, you just take your scissors and you give it a little trim, which I'm think I might have slightly gone over here, but I'm not sure. No, I'm quite safe. And that has made that just really strong straight away. And the acetate I've used is the Papermania 12x12, Do Crafts Papermania 12x12 acetate. That is a great size. I always tend to get that one because I can get so much out of one sheet. It's really strong and it's great for really big projects as well. Like the acetate gift bags that I've made. I've got a tutorial for them and that's the acetate I use for that. So now I'm just going to give my back of my card just another little finish. And I'm going to run red line tape across there. I find when you're making your card bases like in this way or attaching acetate, red liner tape is definitely the way to go. And I like to use this thick one, so it's 1/2 inch in width. And it's absolutely perfect, so it gives you a really good coverage. Add a tiny bit of the Bearly Arts Precision Craft Glue just across here for a little bit of wiggle room. Use a little bit block there. And here we go. Even when you put a pin in, sometimes it does get a little bit blocked. And that's okay. We can work with that. And I just like to take my finger and just spread it along. If you don't like the feel of glue, you don't need to do that. It's just something I prefer to do personally. And you just want to line it up so you get a precision stick to your card so your base is stuck. And it sticks absolutely perfectly. I've got a little bit of tape hanging over, so I'm just going to trim that. There you go. I'm going to allow this to dry. I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm just going to give Mr. Sloth, let's put some cardstock under him. Also, I've got some balloons I've punched. So I've just got this cute little balloon punch that I got off Amazon. I've just punch some balloons just to stick. I think they'll probably go like here on the side. So let's colour in Mr. Sloth and the balloons. So I'm going to be using the lovely Creative Craft Products alcohol markers. I will list in the description box below each colour I've used. But as I colour this in now, I'm going to go and speed it up. So that's all my colouring done. As I said, I'm going to put it on double speed, so I'll speed through all that so you can see me doing it, but not as slow, as long as it took. And I will link each number I use in the markers below. Now I'm just going to fussy cut out my little sloth, and then I'll be right back with you and we will assemble the card together. So now I've fussy cut out the little sloth, I've put him on some foam. So I'm going to position him into the card exactly where I want him. I'm just going to hold him on the acetate because I don't want him sitting under or behind the sentiment at all. I'm just going to sort of press in there. That's where he's going to sit. So in the meadow, meditating on his birthday with a cupcake on his belly. Actually, I need to add very quickly just a little bit of colour to that icing. Just slightly, a little shadow. That's better because it just looks a little bit too white for my liking. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our tenfold piece. As I said, I'm going to add this to the back and then under there. So what we're going to do is going to put red liner tape right down there and right down there. I'm actually going to add it inside. I don't think we're going to be able to see it, so I'm just going to stick it down. Just take one side off at a time, line it up. You want to be flush with the bottom. Bottom of your cardstock. You need to be completely flush with the bottom of your cardstock, so when that folds down, and then when it's open, slightly, it'll be like that. So let's go ahead and take this piece off, and then we can decorate the frame. This piece off, you want to hold it down. I like to sort of turn it to its side, hold this piece down, and then I'm able to sort of give that piece a little sort of press so I can fold that down as well. And line one side up to line second side up. And that really is your tenfold card. I've just gone ever so slightly, so I'm just going to trim this if I can without cutting the actual card. Perfect. So there's our tenfold card base done. We aren't quite finished decorating yet, and I'd just like to give another burnish, another good burnish, so it does stand up a little bit sturdier. Now I've just brought in my little balloons. I'm just sort of working out where I'm going to position them, and I will just glue them on using my Bearly Art Precision glue. Put them in more of like a cluster. Got two of one colour and one of the other. I think I'll put the opposite colour on the top. And again with this side. And then down a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get these gorgeous little balloons stuck down. If you're using glue like I am, and you're also using acetate, take care not to get any glue onto your acetate. Even though this does dry clear, I still wouldn't want a gluey mark. The minute I have a lot of birthdays, so I'm making a lot of birthday cards and trying out new styles. So each card I make and new style I try, I will be making a video to share it with you. I have got a pop-up box card, acetated front box card tutorial coming. I've got this one I'm filming now. I'm also planning a few more sort of unusual cards. And these are finished. A meditating sloth meadow card, I think I'm going to call it. So this was part of a new series that I said my husband set me a challenge of my card had to include an animal. So each month we're going to have a challenge video where he tells me either a card style or something that the card's got to have in it. And then I will film a tutorial and share probably a new card style each time. Something different for you. And just to give inspiration really. So if you've enjoyed my video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed already. If you do make this card and I inspire you, please pop over to my Facebook group, which is Little Rabbit Designs Crafters. I will link it in the description box below. Feel free to join and share your makes. It's a lovely little community. There's about 62 of us now, and you'd be very, very welcome. Also, if you haven't already, why not pop over to my blog on Facebook, which is Little Rabbit Designs, and I've got tons of inspiration on there to share with you as well, and I'll link that in the description box below. As always, any products I've used I will also link in the description box below. I've just realised I didn't share how I did this little leafy pattern. So this was a stencil. It was a free gift from Simply Cards and Papercraft. I want to say last year, but it could have been the year before, I'm not sure. Either 2023 or 2024. It's such a versatile stencil and it's like a stash essential in my stash. I use it quite a lot. I actually used it on another sort of jungle animal card recently. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with another tutorial to share with you.